Most people see the end result, the business, the success, the lifestyle, but they don't see what actually built it. They don't see the pressure, the doubt, the setbacks, or the people behind the scenes who shaped it all. This podcast is about that. It's about understanding the journey, not just from the person who lived it, but through the people around them, the ones who saw it up close. Because who someone is isn't just defined by what they say about themselves, it's defined by what others experience from them. Today, I'm sitting with Sean Carr, personal trainer at Warehouse Gym, a man who has moved mountains to be with us today, fought for his life to survive, here to unpack his journey, the challenges behind it, and what's actually shaped who he is today. It's okay. We'll start off nice and gentle. 5 simple, easy questions.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you prefer, running or swimming?
Running.
What's your favorite exercise in the gym?
In the gym?
Yep.
Bench press.
Okay. Dumbbell, kettlebell?
Dumbbell or kettlebell?
Yeah.
Dumbbell.
Being the trainer or being the client?
Being the trainer. Yeah. No, can I not choose both? No.
No, you've got to choose one or the other.
I'm going to say trainer.
Okay. If you could be trained by anybody as a client, who would it be?
Anyone?
Yeah.
My dad.
Is that who your hero is as well?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's who I learnt most of my things off, my dad.
Yeah.
And I've trained with a lot of people, and I like, obviously, there's so many ways to train, but when I do it with my dad, I enjoy myself the most.
Yep.
And it gives me a little bit of character building, calling me a pussy, so.
Fair enough. If I was to strip everything back, everything, so your personal training, condition, fitness, everything you've built up until this point, what do you think actually built you?
I'd probably say all the knockbacks I've had in my life. Like, say for when I was younger, I've always been, I'd say, the black sheep of the family. Like, I've always been in and out of hospital since I was a kid. I wasn't the smartest in school. I was in a special language unit, so I never used to be able to like speak or communicate with kids. I know it's hard to tell now. Just always growing up all my life, I've always struggled, and I've always been like the weakest one in the group. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. I mean, you've come a long way, right?
Yeah,
You
of course.
can't pick it now.
no, but still, like when you think back to it, I think that's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there a particular moment or a particular situation that was the most pivotal?
It's probably numerous. It could be the first time I got diagnosed with Crohn's. It could be the time I literally got my colostomy bag. It could be a time when my granddad died. There's loads of different. Each moment in my life has always been like a pivotal turn, and like it's changed something in my mindset. Even moving to Dubai was a big change as well. You know, so I'd say the biggest one's probably getting my bag, because like my lifestyle and my mindset before it was good, but not as good as it was when it happened. Obviously afterwards.
What was life like before it?
Before the bag.
Yeah.
I'd say it was a blur, because most of it just felt like it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's hard to explain. Like every day I was going to the toilet constantly, diarrhea. The people that I grew up with and were friends with, they're not really like, they were friends, but they're not like close friends. Do you know what I mean? So I was like in and out of different friendship groups. So I didn't really find like my people. I think I was just trying to survive, really.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to say it, like just surviving. There was no goal, there was no ambition, there was nothing driving me. I was just training for the sake of it. I was partying, and there was no like structure or a good lifestyle, do you know?
So did fitness kind of kick in at the same time as getting the bag?
No.
Or was it beforehand?
So I started, what was that, probably about 12, 13. I got into kickboxing with my old friend, so it was called Baggy. And his mum took us kickboxing, and then from there, that's when I got into like, I started to get into fitness, started to lose weight, and I become obsessed with it then. And I went from like kickboxing to boxing. And then after that, I got into the gym. Like, I was getting a bit older, so my dad could take me to the gym. So that's when my obsession with the gym came in, about 14, 15. So I was doing gym, boxing, and then I started playing football. So I was doing everything then, like by the age of 14, 15. So it was like every day I was doing something. So like my love for sport came in from then. And it just progressively got better. Like
Yeah.
16, 17, went to college, did football academy. But then I just thought in the back of my head, well, I'm not really going to be a footballer. I could be, but the chances are very slim. So I need a backup plan. So what else do I love doing? I like gym. So I did a PT course in college and then just stuck around that.
What was the I guess turning point? So you were very heavily into fitness, very heavily into sports and exercise, and then obviously, you got the bag. Was it? How did all of that happen?
With the bag and the sports and everything.
Yeah.
So before the bag, I was obviously when you have a flare up, a Crohn's flare up, you get the runs, you get the diarrhea.
Yep.
And then what they do when you get diarrhea, they put you on steroids to try and mask it.
Yep.
So this was happening, just like a protocol, what you do.
Mhm.
And then the steroids weren't working. So that's when we was like, right, well, alarm bells are ringing. So then after that, they take you to the hospital and then try me on different medication for my
Yep.
Crohn's to try and mask it. That didn't work. My body rejected it. And then it was just like a vicious cycle every week doing that until the point where I was constantly vomiting, constant diarrhea, no food would stay in. But my hospital kept sending me home and wouldn't keep me in until my doctor see me. So it was like a constant battle. So what I had to do is go to a different hospital,
Yep.
which was Oldham Hospital.
Mm.
And then once I went there, they kept me in. And that's when the journey started of, right, you're in bed bound now, this different medication. And then my body just started to plummet, just 10 times worse. And then as the weeks went on, I got weaker, lost more weight, started bleeding aggressive blood. And then 10, 15 weeks later, then this is where I had to have an operation. It got to the point where it was like, well, it's life or death, pretty much.
Do you think being as fit as you were before it kind of helped in the recovery and the transition to obviously where you are at the moment?
I'd say yeah, 100% for the first time round. But realistically, when I first went in on week one, I was 90 kg. I was still fit and healthy. The fact that I was in hospital for like 10 to 15 weeks, by the end of 14th week, I was like 50 kilo.
Yeah.
So I've deteriorated and lost everything, all my muscle mass. I was still fit, obviously, I built it all up, but I wasn't going into the operation fit. I've just deteriorated and lost everything. And then they've decided to operate on me because they've tried everything.
Yeah.
But that's also my fault as well because they offered me to have the bag on like week 2.
Okay.
And then the surgeons come see me. And then when they come see me, like my ass fell out. I was like, no, we'll try a different medication. So we did that. And then it just got to the point it was just too late.
Yeah. So you just needed to rip the band-aid off.
Yeah, literally,
so
I
to
was like,
speak.
right. Literally got to the point. I remember my surgeon come see me, said, look, I've seen all your results. I said, if you have a bag, it'll change your life. You'll thank me. And I said to him, do what you want. Like, do what you want.
Yeah.
And then he was like, right, you booked in Monday, and this was Saturday. That quick.
Was there a point where like you questioned things, where you questioned your life choices the whole way through?
Yeah, I'd say the first time, when I was in the first time, it was probably the best summer. I feel like I missed out on the best summer ever because I was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
And like everyone's in the, not I don't want to say prime, but it's like everyone's going out partying, going to festival season. Like I loved all stuff like that. So I feel like I missed out on that. And you do think, oh, why me? But then the environment that I was surrounded in, there was always someone worse.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a bowel failure unit, so I was mixed with people dying, so people with cancer, so it's a good mixture. So at the point, I just felt a bit selfish, like saying, "Oh, why is it me? Why is it me?" But the longer it went on, and I got worse, then I'd be like, you start getting like in a depressive state, thinking, why me? I don't deserve this. But then, why does he deserve to die? And do you know what I mean? It's a constant battle. It's constant. You're always comparing to other people, but comparison's the theft of joy. So,
I mean, you kind of strike me as a person that's more on discipline than motivation.
yeah.
Do you think that's always been the case?
I'd say so, yeah. And that comes from my dad as well. Like, you just got to get up and do it, no matter what. Even when you're tired, it matters. Same with the gym sessions, you're always not going to give it 100%, but the fact that you've gone and done something, at least, is better than doing nothing.
What does discipline on like a day by day process look like for you?
Waking up, for one.
Yeah.
Waking up.
Well, that's a win.
Yeah. Waking up. Just doing the things that you said you would do.
Yep.
You know, I still struggle to this day, like everyone does the normal things. Like, I'll say I'll do one thing and then don't do it. And then I just feel like I feel such an idiot, you know? So there is that. But being disciplined is a big factor. And I try and push that with my clients as well. Like, obviously, you can get lazy.
Yeah.
And not having routine and there's no motivation. But that's when discipline comes in. You got to be like, no, you've got to do it. And you'll thank yourself for doing it then.
What do you do on the days when you don't feel like showing up? When the motivation just isn't there,
I exercise. So I'll do something that's pretty intense. So maybe go for like a threshold session or go for a long run, just clear my mind. You know. So I've seen a quote, I can't remember who said it. It says, when you're running's like the opposite of like drinking and doing drugs. Like, in the moment you hate it, but afterwards you love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the opposite of when you're doing the drugs. Like, in the moment you love it, and then afterwards you hate it.
Yeah. True. I mean, was there ever a moment, whether it be when you were fully motivated, disciplined, or when you weren't, where you just kind of went, this isn't really where I should be? Like, is that kind of what led you to coming to Dubai, for example?
Yeah,
Like,
I've always said it, and like my family will tell you, like my friends back home, I've always said like I'm destined for greatness, and I'm destined to do better. I don't want to be ordinary. I don't want to work a normal 9 to 5. I don't want to be sat in England, cold weather, depressed, just looking around. Like, I just want to live my life different to other people. You know, I just want it to be different. Obviously, I am a poo standing up.
very
so.
different.
But I've just always I've always looked at my brothers and my mum and dad like, I just don't want to stay and grow up in a town and then 40, 50 years I'm walking down the street and I see the same people I did 40, 50 years ago growing up with. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, so then how did you deal with it? So for me, for example, my brother bought me a one-way ticket to Dubai, and the rest is history. So it was kind of, I didn't really have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
But like, by the sounds of things for you, it was more of a conscious decision. So like, how did you actually make that conscious decision to then get on the plane?
Just because I knew, like, so many people, even when I first started working in the gym, one of my old PT friends, Danny Few, he always used to say to me, he said, you'd be built for Dubai. Like, I said, it's you all over. I said, that's what you want to aim for. And like, this was when I was like 17, 18, and it's always stuck in my head, at the back of my head. But this was even before my bag. Yeah. You know, so it's always been a thought. And then before even coming, I've never been to Dubai. I've just heard good things. So like with me and my partner, it was like, right, let's just look at working away. Don't matter where it is. And then she was the one who actually mentioned it. What about Dubai? I can get a job there as a teacher.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sound. I said, what will you do? I said, I was PT. And then from there, she got a job, and then we just thought, right, this is it. It literally happened in the space of a month or two.
So it was as easy as that.
Just as easy as that. I was like, right. Well, because the weather's so crap, and we were just having one time. I was like, we don't want to stay here. We don't want to be here. And like, whatever it is, if we just leave the country and just start somewhere, it's better than just ripping the Band-Aid off and just going for it. And
true.
Lo and behold, we did.
I mean, when did fitness stop being just something that you were doing and it kind of became part of your identity? Was that in that kind of same shift when you left the UK and came to Dubai? It kind of, that was that
I think it's always been a part of my life.
Yeah.
Like when I grew up, I was a fat kid, and I've always looked at my brothers and my dad as like,
Who doesn't love being a fat kid?
yeah, true. But when I look back, I was a fat kid, and then from then I always have this. I think it might be PTSD. Like I just refuse to be. I don't want to be like that again.
Yeah.
You know, like my brothers used to tease me, and my dad used to like character building. You know, a little bit of bullying, not bullying. I don't want to say bullying, but you say things to me like to make sure you won't be fat again. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like that. So they just push me to do more and keep exercising, and you just feel good. Like I've never met anyone who says they feel rubbish after training.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from you when we did that run, but
I mean, but I'm not. It's running. Like, running is not for everyone. Definitely not me. I'm not built
yeah,
to run.
we know that.
I'm not built to run. What do people completely misunderstand about you? About your journey or about you personally?
I always speak on positive, and I always like to say I'm Mr. Positive, but I do have my own days as well. Like you might think I'm like the Terminator, like nothing phases me, but really, little things sometimes do get to me, and I
Yeah.
won't show it. But I think that's just because of like maybe ADHD, but like my emotions. Like someone hurts me or someone says something, it might not be a big deal for you, but to me, it's like, why would they say that? And then I'll think on it then, and I'll dwell on it when you shouldn't do. And I tell other people, and I give the great advice to other people,
Yeah.
and I struggle taking my own advice. You know, so it's a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah. And on that note, can I read something for you?
You can.
Cool. So there was an email that was sent to me ahead of you coming in today, and I wanted to have the opportunity to read this back to you.
Okay.
Firstly, to see if you know who it came from.
Okay.
So it says, Sean to me is much more than just a name. Sean is someone who brings light to my life and many others every single day. The first time I met Sean, I had always admired his easy confidence, the type that just flowed naturally through him, and it's something that still hasn't changed even after 3.5 years. Sean is genuinely the most kind-hearted, beautiful, and caring soul I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am so grateful for this every day. Sean's attitude to life is one that makes him stand out, and even having Crohn's disease just makes his attitude to life even more admirable. But what people don't see and don't understand is the life's hurdles that could knock his attitude to life. Getting up multiple times at night, the tiredness, the medication, the mental strain of having a chronic illness. These challenges are ones that Sean welcomes with open arms and shows me that resilience means more than I could ever understand. So if you ask what my favorite thing about Sean is, I couldn't answer. I couldn't pick out just one thing. He is unrelentingly passionate, brave, confident, determined, and when life gives Sean a hurdle, he climbs right over it. There's a note at the bottom of this that this person could have written about you for hours and hours and hours, but this is the
Short but
shortest and
sweet.
simplest that she could pull together for you.
I'll take a sip. You know, got me lumping me throat.
Yeah. Firstly, who do you think that came
That's my
from?
partner.
It is. It is. We had a long chat. How does that make you feel?
Emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because to me, I just think I'm just being normal. You know, I'm one of these where it is what it is. If I've got to do it, I've got to do it. And that's just the big all and end all, unfortunately.
Yeah. Do you think that people see a different version of you than what you see
Yeah.
day to day?
Yeah, 100%. Because I mask it off and I don't really show what I have to do with my Crohn's. No, like, you may think I'm 100% energy all the time when it's not. Like, Crohn's is a constant battle every day. Like, the fatigue is next level. There's always days where I'm I just can't be bothered. And then I force myself and I live off caffeine, as we all do.
I mean, you mentioned your dad before and stuff, and obviously your partner. How important have these people been in like building who you are today?
Yeah, massively. I'd say everyone in my life today and in the past has been a massive impact to me. There's a reason why everyone comes into your life, and there's a reason why everyone goes. Like I like to believe we're all on roads. Sometimes they interlock, and then one day they'll go our separate ways, and
Yeah.
that's like the same with us. We'll probably still be. I'll be at your funeral, or you'll be at mine.
Yeah.
But for other people,
I'll be dancing on your grave. Don't worry.
I know.
Yeah.
But for others,
Won't be running to it.
yeah, we know that.
So I want to bring it back to like your current journey and obviously where you're heading at the moment. Talking about obviously your personal training and where that's heading. What are you actually trying to build?
So I keep asking this question to myself, and I think the answer is I'd love to my dream job would just to be myself and just inspire people, show people nothing's impossible, apart from obviously pooing out your bum if it's me.
Yep.
And it's a tough one because I could say many things, but I think the main one is just to be myself, be a big name in the fitness industry, in Dubai, even in the world, and just show that anything's possible with an illness. Or I don't like calling it an illness. It's not like I like to say I'm normal. Like what is not normal? People say, "Oh, you're classed as disabled." I don't like to think I am. I can still do it, literally everything and anything.
Yeah.
So I'd like to work towards maybe an influencer with a bag and just show people, look, you can live a normal life.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, it's a bump in the road. And I like to prove people wrong. Like I get a buzz off that. So that's my little kink.
So basically just like raising awareness around obviously your situation and how you're doing. I mean, what do you think's been harder, the physical side of business and kind of growing it, or building the actual foundation of the business?
I think it's I think it's both, because like I said, I'm still hard on myself as well. And I always overthink things, and then I get imposter syndrome as well.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, it shouldn't be me, it should be someone else. Or, oh, what if people don't like this? Or what if no one watches it? So it's always a constant battle, which I'm still working on, and I'm getting better. And I think it'll just get better over time, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, not every business is smooth and is fun. There's a lot of things that are not that fun. From the outside looking in, it all looks, rainbows and candy canes. But from the inside, like, what are some of the things that you find difficult, or what are the frustrating things?
What, with business in general? Or just in
or with like a PTing business.
I tell you one of the things in PT business. So say when you're trying to help a client and tell them to do X, Y, and Z. So stick with your food. This is what you need to eat, and then they tell you, no, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and do it my way. But I'm going to listen to your training, and then moan to you when they're not losing weight. So well,
that's
you're not
normal.
doing
Exactly
that's what I mean. Yeah, I know that.
No.
But they expect you, like, why am I not losing weight? I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then they'll blame you. It's like, well, you're not in a calorie deficit. You're only doing the training. You're not doing your steps. I'm not a wizard.
I mean, it's not what I heard. But anyway, owning your own business has a lot of ups and a lot of downs and a lot of challenges that you've got to work through. What is one of the lessons that you've learned in this process?
I'd say just take everything with a pinch of salt. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, as you know yourself. And I think, is that saying it? Tough times never last, but tough people do.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep going. All the knockbacks are worth it. Then it builds a stronger character. And life experience, it's never losses, it's only a lesson. That's how I say it.
Where are you at mentally right now in the process? Are you enjoying it still? Are you kind of chasing the next level, or are you sort of down, dirty? doing
I'm always
the hard work. I mean,
down and
yeah,
dirty.
but doing the hard work kind of.
Yeah, of course. Like, I love working. I love my job because I love helping people. Like, I get a buzz off someone achieving something or saying to me like, I want to do this week, or I want to be a DJ. Anything you come to me with an idea, I'd be 100% there to help you.
Yep.
Like, I love it. I love people. I love helping people. I just like overachieving. I just want people to do well. That's my buzz in life.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, for me, and down and dirty, yeah, I'd say. Mentally, at the moment, I'll be honest, this week,
Yeah.
like I said to you before this, I had a bit of a burnout
Mm-hmm.
because I pushed myself too hard, which we all do. And I spoke to friends and family about it. And sometimes you need to give yourself a break and step back and
Yep.
don't be too hard on yourself, because it can do you more harm than good. Which this week I found out the hard way.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, speaking of obviously where you're at the moment and, you know, how business is going, can I read one more email to you?
you can.
If that's okay. This one is actually from one of your clients.
Okay.
He speaks very highly of you, but allow me to read it. So working with Sean has been one of the most impactful decisions I've made for both my physical health and overall mindset. Prior to meeting Sean, I had struggled with consistency. Given the high stress, high travel job I have, from day one, his energy has been positive. Something that sounds very, very simple, but in practice makes a huge difference. No matter the time of day or how I'm feeling walking into a session, he brings a level of enthusiasm that immediately shifts the tone. That energy is contagious and has played a big role in keeping me motivated and consistent. What sets him apart is the balance he strikes between being supportive and pushing me beyond my comfort zone. He has a strong ability to read where I am physically and mentally on any given day and adjusts accordingly. When I need encouragement, he's there with genuine care and patience. He quickly identified the types of training I enjoyed most, for example, boxing, and helped me even develop my own passion for the sport. When I need a push, he delivers it in a way that feels constructive as opposed to overwhelming. That balance has helped me achieve progress I certainly wouldn't have achieved on my own. One of the most inspiring aspects of working with him is his own personal journey. Despite dealing with his own health challenges, he continues to show up every day with resilience and determination. That level of perseverance is not only admirable, it's genuinely motivating. I've suffered from severe back pain, slip disc, sciatica, and was always scared to get back into training fully so as not to aggravate. Sean's journey reinforced the idea that consistency and mindset matter more than circumstance. Beyond the technical side, he makes training genuinely enjoyable. Sessions are varied, engaging, and often the highlight of my day. What could easily feel like a routine obligation instead becomes something I look forward to. That shift in mindset is incredibly valuable, especially when trying to maintain long-term discipline. Overall, he brings together all the qualities you'd want in a trainer: professionalism, knowledge, empathy, and the ability to push clients to be better versions of themselves. But more than that, he creates an environment where progress feels achievable and the process feels rewarding. Sean has become more than a trainer. I consider him a dear friend and a close confidant. How do you feel after that?
I'm flattered.
Yeah?
Because you just feel like you're just doing the job, and I'm literally just being myself, and just it's nice. I don't know. It's hard to get words out.
Does it help you realize the impact that you're actually having?
Yeah, of course. Well, like to these like my clients, like it's weird. Like they start off as your clients, and then they become your friends, and it's like, to me they become family. Do you know what I mean? Like, I won't. As soon as you leave that gym, it's not just finished there. I'll check up on you. I'll check your food, but then I'll also ask like, how's your day been? How's your family? How are your kids? Like, it's more than just right in and out. Give me your money. Send a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make. It's like a development Do you know what I mean? As a person, I want you to develop. How's work going? How's everything going at home? Oh, that's good. How's your mental state? I'll go more than just a PT wanting you to lose weight. I want you to be overall fit and healthy, physical and mentally.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. We'll finish off on a good note, on a light note. w- uh, in 10 years' time.
Ooh.
It's not going to be like, where do you want to be in 10 years' time? That's not this podcast. That's the next one. But in 10 years' time, what do you want people to say about you?
That's a deep question. What do I want people to say about me in 10 years' time? I've motivated them. I've helped them in some way.
Yeah.
And just, I'd probably say that they're the main ones. To help them in a way, motivate them, and just help. Like, I like helping people. I think the world needs more people to help each other, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with everything that's going on at the moment. The world's it's a mess. So I think if we just all help each other a little bit more, you know, and just spread that little bit more positivity. So in 10 years' time, my answer to that is just help more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll be happy with that.
I lied. I'm going to ask you one more question.
I'll ask me one more.
Yeah. Would you change anything in life for
Would
you at
I
the moment?
change anything?
Yeah.
No. Nothing. No. I'm happy the way I am. I'm happy the way things are. There's that saying, why fix something that's not broken?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I won't fix it.
Have you bought a ring yet?
No, I haven't. I knew he was going to say something.
No, I'll leave it at that.
The only ring I've got is my butt ring, but
Cheers, mate.
thank you.